What's up, my little Tattle Tells? Listen, sit down. New evidence has come out over what happened in Shanquella Robinson's death. There is an investigative reporter on the scene in Mexico that got the leaked police report. You guys, I know everybody's talking about the fact that Winter Donovan refused to let her go to the clinic, but there's more. I actually translated it. You guys, there's more to it than that. Do you know there's a doctor? Let me get this straight. There's a cover up at play. It's not just the 6 friends. There are 3 people in Mexico, a doctor, a police officer, and one other person, I'll give you their names soon, that literally are being accused of lying. How does this play in issue? You guys, this cover up is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Mexico authorities are literally investigating these 3 people because they believe they lied about Shanquella Robinson's death in order to protect the image of the Los Cabos apartments. They didn't want a murder or a dead tourist. However, it also goes into the 2 things of someone's lying. The autopsy said that she died 15 minutes after that internal, I don't want to say it for monetization, and respect to the family, but after her internal energies on her neck, head, spinal cord, she died exactly 15 minutes. These medical professionals said that they worked on her for 2 hours and 36 minutes. You guys, this is deep. Let's read from the report. Again, the reason I bring this up is, one, it is shocking. This is how they got alcohol poisoning as the cause of death, even though the autopsy said that there was no alcohol in her body. It calls into question, how did you work on a body for 2 hours and 36 minutes that was supposed to be dead if she had alcohol poisoning? Did you not smell any alcohol? 3, remember? The family said that somebody, basically, there was 10,000 missing. There were credit cards used, basically implying that they robbed. This is all alleged. But there is a third possibility, that they tried to bribe these officials. And because of that autopsy, thank God, the family had the autopsy. By the way, I'm putting links down below to her family's official GoFundMe. They don't just need it for funeral costs, they need it for legal costs at all. And they are mounting because this cover up, as we said, is getting deeper. And also there is a petition from change.org that I'm putting down in the description box for you guys to sign to demand that this case be expanded. You guys, this is deep. It looks like there's perhaps corruption, conspiracy, bribery involved. The real question that is we are going to have to get to the bottom of this is, when did she actually die? In whose care? There's a few, you know what, let's just get into this report. It's deep. Okay. So where do we start? So this reporter from one of the biggest newspapers in Mexico is actually covering it. He works specifically in Cabos, on the Cabos beat, right? He goes into detail what happened, that the FBI is getting involved with investigating the mystery surrounding. They're calling it a violent femicide because she was killed for being a woman. However, just to put a pause there are rumors going around that a transgender woman attacked her, and that is how she got deleted from this earth. We are now seeing that was some sick individual that photoshopped a man's face over the woman's face, and that's where these rumors came from. Again, it's odd that these rumors have not dissipated, so we're gonna have to wait for more information, but I'm just telling you the 2 things that are coming. In the Mexican papers, they are referring to it as a violent femicide for Shanquella Brenda, say her name, Brenda Robinson. They said she was affectionately known as Quella. I'm just going through it occurred October 29th inside a room located, here's the address of the place. Please don't ever vacation here. At 32, I mean, do what you want, but I wouldn't. 32 Villa Linda Street in the Cabo Villas Tourist Complex. It is owned by the Puerto Los Cabos development. You guys, do a Google search next time you stay. Again, 32 Villa Linda Street in the Cabo Villas Tourist Complex, owned by Puerto Los Cabos development. Now, listen, there is they're saying they're being exposed for their disagreement with the contradictory information between medical opinion and the autopsy on her death. You guys, it's not just the friends saying that, the medical opinion, but people are now saying that they were bribed. You guys, just bear with me. I want to go through all the facts in detail to let you guys know where this is going, but this blows the roof off of everything, right? Originally, the government of Mexico delivered the body of Shanquella Robinson, reporting she died of alcohol poisoning. Now, why did they say that? Not because they didn't care. There were medical professionals that signed off on that. It is now being exposed by the Mexican authorities that they lied, and those professionals are being investigated along with the Cabo 6. Okay, now, the death certificate determined that the young woman had died from, and this is with the autopsy, died from a severe spinal cord injury and dislocation of the atlas. You guys, not to be barbaric, that is what you call medically an internal decapitation, right? That is, she had a break in the first two neck vertebrae, right? However, the FBI investigation began, and Mexican authorities invited the FBI to please help us investigate when the viral video was released, where you can see how and in what way Quilla passed away, right? She was attacked by her friend Dejanay Johnson. People are accusing her of being a transgender. Right now, we don't know. We're going to actually need somebody to come out. I believe they say Dejanay has a young child. That spells you were born a woman. So we're going to have to wait. But let's put that aside, because I feel like everybody's getting sidetracked. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? A murder is a murder is a murder. Correct? Okay, right? There was also, the family is saying there's a second videotape that has been unreleased that shows all three women, including Winter Donovan, she's a person of interest, body slamming her, and they believe that is what delivered the fatal blow. The autopsy believes that 15 minutes after that blow, she transcended into heaven. All right. Now, Khalil Cook was there, and you could hear him mockingly say, Quilla, you can at least defend yourself. This is supposed to be her best friend that broke bread with her family and went on numerous family vacations. Again, like her mom says, it was never a fight. She didn't fight. She was attacked. That was a vicious, cold-blooded, premeditated attack, in my opinion. And of course, in her mother's, right? Now, here's the thing, right? Let's skip to why the mom got suspicious. They were told different stories. Now, the friends managed to leave Mexico after not being arrested by the Los Cabos Municipal Police. Why were they not arrested? Because they had medical professionals in Los Cabos that said that it was alcohol poisoning. That is why the Mexican police gave them safe passage. It's not over. Now get this. Now they're saying that it seems like those 6 people have disappeared from the face of the earth. So reporter says they all lied and no longer responded to messages or calls with the victim's mother or relatives. Now get this. The friends involved in a high-profile case, let's see them, and they are being investigated. Winter S. Donovan, she is alleged to be the person that finished the final blow, but all 3 girls played a role, and the boys were there. Khalil Cook, her fake best friend, Alyssa Hyatt, Malik Dreyer, Dejanay Johnson, and Nasir Wiggins, that went on Instagram Live to clear his name and just came off, in my opinion, looking like a complete sociopath. Now, there's another investigation going on. You guys ready? This is what I've been screaming about. Regardless of the fact that the FBI managed to find out that Dejanay Jackson is a person who attacked, right, and is being accused of killing Shanquella Robinson, Khalil Cook, who recorded, blah, 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 blah. They're also investigating the omission and negligence of the authorities for the whole series of contradictions in the case. So it's clear that they will exert pressure on the government of Mexico and the government of Baja California Sur to determine the responsibilities of the other people who did not do their job and committed gross negligence. Who are these people under investigation? Carolina Beatrice, she's a doctor at the American Medical Center Clinic, the AMC Clinic. Los Cabos Municipal Police Officers, Omar and David. and the agent of the public ministry of the PGJE, Julio Daniel. They are all accused of lying. They're all accused of lying. They said the death of the young American, we'll call her Shanquella, like her family lovingly did, according to a copy of the police report, was reported 3 hours after the murder, around 6 p.m. on October 29th. When the agents of the Los Cabos Municipal Police arrived as first responders, Omar and David, aboard the DS-77 patrol car, that's right, baby, give us all the details and point all the fingers, were received by the doctor from the AMC Clinic, American Medical Center, Carolina Beatrice, reporting that at 2:13 p.m., they had requested the consultation service. Shanquella's friends requested a doctor come to the villa, commenting that her friends reported that the victim had drunk a lot of alcohol and they wanted to give her an IV. The doctor, it was revealed, arrived an hour after receiving the report, around 3:15 p.m., where she said Quilla was found. The doctor gave a statement and said she had a poor verbal response in a drunken state, but she had stable vital signs and was dehydrated. The doctor explained to the police, woo! And so the police and the doctor was there. The doctor says they did all this. They said, yo, let's take her to the clinic. That is what is alleged. Winter Donovan said, no, just treat her right here. Okay, right? They all refused and requested she be treated on site. Therefore, according to this doctor, right? What's her last name? Let's say their names. Carolina Beatrice. According to Dr. Carolina Beatrice, she proceeded without success. The IV without success. One, which the police in Cabo is asking, how do you give an IV without success? They said they tried to give her an IV. They could not successfully give her an IV. Could it be because no blood was moving? Just to say, these are my thoughts. These are questions that the FBI and the local police authorities are asking. That's why these people are also under investigation, right? At 4:20 p.m., she presented, right? Now let's get it right? She arrived at what time? 3:15. So she tried for a goddamn hour to give this girl an IV. It was unsuccessful. Okay, it could have been unsuccessful giving or reviving her, right? She presented so that at 4:20, right? Quilla had a generalized tonic-clonic seizure. That is what we look at as epileptic seizures. They said it lasted less than a minute with sphincter relaxation. Sphincter is what you use to swallow. The relaxation is when you can finally swallow again. You can take air. You're not choking. Now, hold on, guys. There's more information because we have to talk at the end of this, but there's more information. Woo! They said that Winter Donovan, right? It's unclear, but Winter Donovan dialed 911 requesting an ambulance, right? In the process, now this is where reports differ. The local North Carolina newspaper is saying, or is it South Carolina? Her local hometown newspaper said that Winter Donovan denied the ambulance. However, the reporter that got the leaked police report said that when Shanquella started going into a seizure, Winter first said, no, don't move her. But then when the seizure happened, that's when Winter went to dial 911, right? Requesting an ambulance, for which in the process, right? They said Quilla presented respiratory difficulties and decreased pulse. The reason why this language doesn't flow so much is because this is a 100% translation, all right? The situation forced the doctor to give Shanquella CPR. However, around 4:49 p.m., according to the doctor's version, she stopped feeling her pulse and started CPR with the help of one of her friends until the ambulance arrived and they continued the CPR sessions. In summary, according to the doctor, they performed a total of 14 CPR sessions, applying 5 doses of adrenaline and 6 shots without success. But as we all know, Quilla had no pulmonary reflexes. According to Dr. Carolina Beatrice, she declared Quilla passed away at 5:57 p.m. Subsequently, at 6:35 p.m., the first responders proceeded to make a telephone link through the C2 to an agent of the public ministry of the PGJE, Julio Daniel, recounting the facts for which he instructed the filing of forms and corresponding records, IPH, and waited for the arrival of the ministerial police. Of course, and this is why they're being investigated, the version of the doctor from the American Medical Clinic is contradictory, with the information of the death certificate stating that the time between injury and death is just 15 minutes. However, the doctor of that private clinic, according to her version in the police report, the Shanquella died 2 hours and 45 minutes after the first contact with her. Today, it is known that all of them allegedly lied. All those officials lied to protect the image and reputation of the Cabo Villas complex and Puerto Los Cabos. Y'all, this is an official police report. Those 3 individuals are under investigation in Mexico. So what does this tell us? It tells us somebody's lying. It tells us a lot of people are lying. It tells us not just the Cabo 6. This is a story of lying, corruption, murder. It is a story of a young woman whose life was brutally taken away from her and taped for laughs and hijinks. It shows the medical people that maybe could have helped, and by help, nobody can bring Quilla back. But if they had given an honest police report, the Cabo 6 would have never been allowed to get on the plane. They were cleared to return to their homes and go and sit in front of Quilla's mom and lie in her face. Winter, Dejanay, Khalil, all of them sitting there, hand holding, flower bringing, slow hand singing, sitting there until the autopsy report came out. And then they scattered like bugs, like vermin, because they knew what was coming. The truth was coming. Now, you guys, there are a few theories that people can spill out of this, right? If they said she had alcohol poisoning, and they said that Quilla died 15 minutes after the injury, there is a possibility that the medical people, because they thought it was alcohol poisoning, moved her around, sat her up, moved her around, and did whatever in an effort to, kind of like get her to sober up, snap out of it. And maybe because that vertebrae and all that stuff was so damaged, that was the final thing. Maybe. It seems far-fetched, because if you know anything about that, when you have that type of stuff going on in your neck, you are on beetle juice. Like you're basically a dead body. Your head's moving around. Okay? But it's a possibility. The Mexican police authorities don't believe it. The Mexico ministry doesn't believe it. Not only are the Cabo 6 involved, but those 3 officials are. Now, it was rumored that that there was money stolen to perhaps bribe officials. We don't know if this is true, but it seems odd to me that 3 professionals, one of the minister, a doctor, right, and 2 police officers, all cleared something on alcohol poisoning, where here's the one thing. The autopsy showed she didn't have a drop of liquor in her blood. There was no alcohol found in her system. So who's lying? To me, in my opinion, what my heart's saying is everybody's lying. I do know this. Somebody better start singing, because there's room in jail for all 9 of them. The doctor, I'm sorry, 10. The doctor, those 2 police officers, the minister, and of course, the Cabo 6. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I am following this story. I'm bringing it to you as soon as I can. The police report has been linked. The Mexico media is all over this. They look at this as a tale of corruption. All of this, all I want to say is thank God her family paid for an autopsy, or this all would have been swept under the ground. You guys, the GoFundMe is there. They're going to need our help with investigators, forensics, lawyers, translators. They're going to need to have boots on the ground. And they're going to also need private eye detectives to find the goddamn vermin that are hiding from being held accountable for their parts and what happened to Shanquella. You guys, also, of course, the petition to sign to get access there too. You guys, I know social media, you guys know I love dragging, we love laughing, it's great. But this is what social media truly is for, to make a difference. Please sign the petition, donate if you can. If you can't donate, please share it with somebody that can. All right, you guys, I'm going to keep you posted, and I will talk to you later. Bye.